Yes, salutations to all you beautiful souls out there. Sending love and light to you wherever you are. Welcome to a mental breakdown where we take some time to break down the lyrical content of some of the music that we all listen to. Now today's song is Star Life by Blaqbonez. So kick back and relax as we go on this journey together.
Feel like my life is a motherfucking party. 5-star life, I dey party.
Straight in. Feels like my life is a motherfucking party. 5-star life at the Faji. Now, for someone in this position, now we don't know the journey, but where he is right now, it feels like his life is a motherfucking party. Now, we all know that feeling. We know what it means to party, innit? We all have been to some amazing parties. And to feel like your life is a motherfucking party, that is an amazing place to be. 5-star life at the Faji. Now, Faji is a Yoruba word that means enjoyment. Essentially, the pleasure you feel when you're having a good time. So apart from his life feeling like a party, he's living a 5-star life and he's Fajiing. And we've all been in those positions, but for that to be like your life, like that's the default status of your life, that's a really good place to be in. And most of us do aspire to get to those positions whereby our life feels like a party where we're just, Fajiing. So straight in. It goes in. The title of the song is Star Life. The first bar is feels like my life is a motherfucking party. 5-star life at the Faji. So he sets the tone. He sets the tone to make it clear that he's under no illusions. He knows exactly what his life is like. He's enjoying it. So yeah, Faji, keep on Fajiing.
I say 3, 2, all diamonds. Based on my steez that they want me. From LA to Italy. I got girls in my corner, girls in my corner. Them there with me, but
We have to take this one step by step. Try and start from when he goes, Ice Chain, 3, 2, all diamonds. From someone whose life is a 5-star life. It's a motherfucking party. He's Fajiing, he's enjoying life. And on top of that, he re-emphasizes this 5-star life and this Faji lifestyle by talking about his ice chain, all diamonds. So he's glistening, he's iced out. And for you to be able to essentially have an iced out chain, that means you're in a very good financial position. Or at least you're in a position whereby you can afford those ice chains. So apart from that 5-star life, apart from Fajiing, he's been able to get some materialistic things that supports that lifestyle or that re-emphasizes that lifestyle. He's got an ice chain, 3, 2, all diamonds. And it goes on further by talking about based on his steez, they didn't want me. Now, steez is charisma, steez is style, steez is your persona, your aura, how you carry yourself, your presence when you're in a room. When you step into a place, the aura, the persona, the energy you bring into that place. Based on that steez, they want him. They want him. From LA to Italy. So international. He's Mr. International. LA is in Northern America. Italy is in Europe. So across oceans, across continents. So this 5-star life, he's really emphasizing it. He's giving you insights into this 5-star life and why he considers that lifestyle to be a Faji lifestyle, whereby he can afford iced out chains. He can afford to be in different continents across oceans. They want him based on his persona, his character, his aura, his energy.
them there with me, but sometimes I get lonely.
So from LA to Italy, he got girls in his corner, got goons in his corner. They date with him. I got girls in my corner, got goons in my corner. Them date with me, but sometimes I get lonely. He's very in tune. He's aware. His awareness is very, very admirable because he's making it clear that although he's got girls in his corner and he's got goons in his corner who actually are with him, they're his people. He doesn't feel any way about those people. Like they day with him. They day with me. But sometimes I get lonely. So even surrounded by the 5-star lifestyle, even though he's living that lifestyle, that Faji lifestyle, whereby he's able to travel across continents, able to afford expensive things, able to fly from LA to Italy, he got girls and goons in his corner who are with him, he sometimes gets lonely. Now, this is the first key that he drops. Realizing that all that lifestyle that he's living, it still leaves him sometimes feeling lonely. There's still a hole, there's still a gap to be filled. And regardless of whatever he's able to do, that some of us or those that are not able to live that life aspire to, he still feels lonely. And loneliness on its own is not something negative. I commend having solitude every now and then to introspect and to reflect on what you want to do in your life and your next chapter, your next action. So loneliness is something that is not necessarily negative, but you do need to be conscious of the fact that when you are lonely, you have this power to really, really take advantage of that solitude. What do I mean by that? When you are lonely, you begin to see things for what they are and not what you want it to be, because you're under no illusions, or even if you're under illusions, you're able to really, really delve into those illusions. And oftentimes you come out at the end of that loneliness, that solitude, realizing that there's a lot of actions that you can take so that when you are in those lonely moments, you can often get a positive outcome from that loneliness, from that solitude.
And I need someone to hold me for these lives, you know.
So apart from being aware that sometimes he gets lonely, he talks about the fact that he needs someone to hold him. You know, sometimes I get lonely and I need someone to hold me. So he addresses a second point about loneliness. Even though solitude is something I encourage at significant moments in your life, we are human beings and we are creatures of comfort. We are creatures that like to have others around us. We rely on other people, and there's this dependency, codependency, that sometimes is positive, sometimes is negative, if you want to apply labels. But essentially, when you are lonely, it does help to have someone around every now and then to bring you out of that loneliness, someone that can hold you. You know, because in loneliness, sometimes you are vulnerable. And in that vulnerable state, it is essential to surround yourself with souls, with beings that resonate with yours. And these souls and beings can either be physical and mental, spiritual, emotional, and they can offer that support to you. So in terms of holding me, in terms of holding him, he's making it clear that in his times of loneliness, he personally needs someone to hold him. And I'm sure there's so many of us that can relate. So many of us that can relate to that state of loneliness, whereby all we need is someone to recognize us and to just be like, you know what, I did for you, I got you. If you need me, I'm here for you. And that can be physical, as I stated. It can be mental, it can be emotional, or it can be spiritual.
For these lives, you know, to never complete. Star life, they will love, but the heart that he came with.
So he develops points he's making. Now, Blaqbonez is genius in the way he's written this song, because he's making statements and he's making it very clear. He's not trying to use metaphors here. He's being very direct with what he's saying. Sometimes I get lonely and I need someone to hold me. For this life, there's some things that never complete. Star life can be low, but the highs, that can also be. So he talks about that. He makes it very clear. He's not hiding. He's not trying to be around the bush. He's not using metaphors to try and sugarcoat anything. He's very clear that life, there's some things that you can't complete. And for the star life, although it has its lows, yes, they are also highs. And such is the duality of life. There's up and down, there's high and low, there's left, there's right, there's male, there's female, there's black, there's white. And obviously, on the spectrum, there's some in-betweens. But essentially, the law of nature is dual, is duality. As above, so below, and this we must manage. For just like vibrational frequencies, modulating peaks and troughs, such is the duality of our existence, sweet yet tough. He's very clear and very direct, that sometimes I get lonely, and I need someone to hold me. For this life, there's some things that are never completed. But the star life that has its highs also has its lows.
Yeah, look at my my life. Didn't we but a star life. But I weak what they sound like. Big pimpiness.
The theme is consistent. Now, Blaqbonez brings us back to it. It says, yeah, look at my life. He's giving us a description of his life, the 5-star life, the fudgy lifestyle. However, sometimes he feels lonely and he needs someone to hold him. Look at his life. He didn't wish for the star life, and he bought a whip that it sound like, the whip that sounds like vroom, sounds aggressive. It's a muscle car possibly, or it's a luxury car, high-end car. So look at his life, a life that he didn't wish for. And another materialistic thing is given here. From the iced out chain, now he's got a whip that sounds like, and he leaves that to you. Sounds like what? You decide what that whip will sound like. Based on what he's described, what type of whip do you think he's going to be talking about? Likely to be a muscle car? It's likely to be a luxury car, a high-end car, either way, a car that when you hear the engine roar, you're like, yeah, that is a Star Life car.
Big pimpin' that star life. I could do whatever I like. Energy of the star life.
So on top of buying a whip where they sound like, he's big pimping, and that's Star Life. You all know that Jay-Z song, Big Pimpin'. Go listen to the lyrics. And big pimping is a phrase, it's a term that emphasizes a Star Life approach. When you're big pimping, you're living your life. You can do whatever you want to do. You can afford whatever you want to do, be it food, be it clothing, be it trips, be it women, be it men, whatever your tastes are, you can afford your taste. And that's what the big pimping is. You don't really have to stress about your lifestyle in the sense of affording the lifestyle. But of course, we all know that just big money does not bring you happiness. But we'll get to that later on in the song. But essentially, he's big pimping, that's Star Life. I go do whatever I like. Energy of the Star Life. So he re-emphasizes that with that Star Life, when you're big pimping, you have this mindset that you can do whatever you like as a superstar, as a celebrity, as someone that's in the public domain that can actually afford that lifestyle. You can technically do whatever you like. Morality comes into place, right and wrong comes into place, thinking about other people comes into place. But essentially, you can do whatever you like. And that is the energy of that Star Life. That is what the energy of the Star Life promotes. Gives you that impression that you're untouchable, you're invincible, that you can do whatever you like. In this instance now, Blaqbonez goes into bend it on the pipe like. So Blaqbonez talks about the energy of the Star Life, which is do whatever you like. Big pimping and doing whatever you like. That's the energy of the Star Life. The next line is bend it on the pipe like. Bending it on the pipe like can have several meanings. The first one that comes to me is a skateboard pipe, where you can obviously go and do as many tricks as you want, and a bend on a pipe could be a skateboard trick. It also could talk about paraphernalia in terms of taking substances, talking about herbs, but we're talking about substances that can elevate you, take you to a next level, give you that high feeling. So you could be bending a pipe to give you that high feeling. And he's also outside with the guys like. So from a skateboarding perspective, outside with the guys bending it on the pipe, or being outside with the guys and on the pipe smoking something, possibly, but I'm not sure. The writing leaves you to kind of fill the gaps based on the description he's given of the Star Life that he's living, doing whatever he likes, big pimping, that energy of the Star Life, bend it on the pipe, outside with the guys. I believe, or I feel, that he's giving you, the listener, a bit of a creative freedom to decide what he means, or to conclude based on your own personal experiences what he means by bending it on the pipe when you're outside with the guys. Or he could just have written it from a rhyming perspective. Energy of the Star Life, bending onto pipe like, outside with the guys like. So it would be good to get Blaqbonez's perspective or what he meant by those lyrics when he was writing it.
It come with temptation, pleasure, but I keep my cool.
Straight in, very direct, no metaphors. It comes with temptations, it comes with pleasure, but I keep my cool. The Star Life, although he's fudging, although he's got that whip that sounds like, he's got the 5-star life, he's got the chain, the iced out chain. He can do whatever he likes. But still, when he referenced the highs and the lows that it can be, he's now even re-emphasizing, reiterating that point. That it comes with temptation, it comes with pleasure, but he keeps his cool. It comes with temptation, pleasure, but I keep my cool. There's that flow, that rhyme scheme. Musically, it just feels like, it's just a brilliant way to just phrase something very serious melodically. It comes with temptation, pleasure, but I keep my cool. So such is life. The things that we wish for, the things that we're trying to aspire to, when we get it, are we prepared for the things that it comes with? There's that saying that most of us should know, be careful what you wish for. Because when you get that thing that you've been wishing for, you realize that it comes with a lot more other things that you probably didn't know it comes with. Being a celebrity, being in the public eye, you lose a bit of privacy. Everything that you do is scrutinized. However, yes, financially, your bank account will be healthy if you're managing yourself properly, that is. You should also be in a position to get access to people and to get access to things. Yes, you will be able to be enjoying life, having the best of everything, a luxury lifestyle. However, as Blaqbonez has so eloquently and directly stated, it comes with temptations, it comes with pleasure. And he's aware of this, so he keeps his cool.
It come with Caucasian chick on a vacation cruise.
He goes even further, talks about the type of temptation and pleasure that he's getting. As a superstar living the star life, he also has access. And some of this means it comes with Caucasian chicks on a vacation cruise. We can break this down several ways. He emphasizes the word Caucasian. As a Nigerian man, international superstar, Caucasian chicks could be an ideal. Most of us are aware that most celebrities, most superstars, most of our well-known public figures, once they get to a certain level, their life partners, their wives, their girlfriends are often Caucasian. And you can make an argument that probably comes with less hassle, less trouble. However, he's made it clear that some of that pleasure is a Caucasian chick on a vacation cruise. We've seen all of the videos. We've seen the videos of people chilling on yachts, on boats, enjoying life on the seas with the sun shining, and people just living their best life. There's nothing wrong with living your best life. But as stated, the highs comes with lows. The temptation and pleasure, it comes. And often times you will have moments of loneliness that you're going to need someone to hold you. So coming with temptation and pleasure, he keeps his cool. It comes with Caucasian chick on a vacation cruise. Now, as I said, musically, melodically, that flow. It comes with temptation, pleasure, but I keep my cool. It comes with Caucasian chicks on a vacation cruise. Now, you be listening and vibing to it, but the guy is going deep. It's really letting you know, this thing, it's nice, but don't get twisted. There's some things that not necessarily appealing about it.
It's like take you away from the ones who need you. Me, I'm counting.
This life takes you away from the ones that need you. This star life that he's talking about can take you away from the ones who need you. Not even can. It takes you away from the ones who need you. Blaqbonez is very in tune right now. He's very aware that he's having to make exchanges. He's having to use the word in inverted commas, make sacrifices. He's realizing that there's some people that need him in it. But this 5-star life that he's fudging, that is giving him the ability, that's enabling him to be able to afford the iced out chains and the whips that they sound like, to be with Caucasian chicks on a vacation cruise. It takes you away from the ones that need you. So he's making you aware that yes, it's the star life, but are you ready for what it comes with? It's not all just blissful. There are moments where you really have to make very hard decisions. And some of these decisions will be, am I going to be there for my mom, my dad, my brother, my child? Or am I going to be going on tour? Am I going to be going on speaking engagements? Am I going to be going on interviews? Or am I going to spend the day with my partner, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my wife, my husband? These are some of the decisions you have to make when you're considering the so-called star life. And Blaqbonez writing here is very, very direct. He ain't using a lot of metaphors. He's very straight to the point. So you can believe that, yes, this guy just wrote from his heart. And the melody, the musicology of it can mask it. But if you unmask it and you literally break down the words and you look at the words on paper, on screen, and you listen intently, you realize that the guy is giving a lot of life lessons here. He's breaking down something that we all aspire to, or most of us aspire for, a star life or a celebrity lifestyle. But are you ready for the exchanges? Are you ready for what it comes with? Because that star life can take you away from the people that need you.
It's like take you away from the ones who need you. Me, I'm counting me days when I do no evil. Every day new people, sometimes I get.
This life take you away from the ones who need you. Me, I'm counting my days and I do no evil. Every day new people. Very, very direct. Straight to the point. This life that is taking you away from the ones that need you is aware. So he's counting his days and intentionally ensuring that he does no evil. What else can he say? What else can he do about that? He's conscious that this life is taking him away from the ones that truly need him. So he's ensuring that he does no evil, or be alert enough to know that when he's about to do something that may be perceived as evil, he tries to minimize those actions, limit those actions. This star life will probably come to an end, or it will peak, it will plateau, it will start to decline. And when you go up, be careful. Remember the people on your way up as you were going. Be good to them. Because on your way back down, these people you're going to meet, or you're going to find them at higher places that you may also have to rely on them. So as you're making your way up in this star life of yours, remember, or have in the back of your mind, that there will be a peak, there will be a plateau, there will be a decline. And in those stages, in those moments, you realize that this blogger, this writer, this fan, this critic, is also going to be that same person that you may need to help you maintain that persona, that lifestyle, or at least support you in some way. So he's counting his days and making sure he does no evil. Every day, new people. As a celebrity, as a superstar, as someone in the public domain, as a public figure, someone that people aspire to, you're going to be meeting so many different people. Be a music video, be a concert, be a show, be a speaking engagement, be whatever it is that you're doing, creating new products, new services. You're going to have to interact with people in the industry. So every day you're meeting new people. And what does he say going on after that? He goes back to that statement.
Counting me days when I do no evil. Every day new people, sometimes I get lonely. And I need someone to hold me. For these lives, you know, you never call me. Starlight, they be low, but the eyes that they can't be.
Wow, that's just songwriting that just really, really resonates with me. The musicology, the lyrical content, the issues that he's addressing, and the way he's put it together. He's gone back to that chorus. After giving us that bridge, that the lifestyle, the star life comes with temptation and pleasure, but he keeps his cool. It comes to Caucasian chicks on a vacation cruise. His awareness of how the star life can take you away from the ones that need you. Therefore, he's counting his days in that star life, and he's ensuring that he does no evil. Every day he's meeting new people. Every day he's meeting new people, but sometimes, literally, every day he's meeting new people. But still, the next line after that is, sometimes I get lonely. All of these people that he's meeting, he's still feeling lonely. So is there a superficial connection? Is there a superficial network? Or just, people that are there to do a task, to do an action, to provide a service, and therefore there's no tangible relationship? Or the relationship is an exchange, it's a transactional relationship, whereby I am this superstar, you are this video editor, you are this brand, so you need me to promote your brand, and that's the basis of our relationship. So I'm not going to necessarily be sharing with you my pains and my joys and my lows. That relationship has a very specific need. It's transactional. You need me for something, and you're paying me, or you're providing something for me to be able to give you that thing that you need. The songwriting here is just really impeccable in the sense of, from the line of everyday new people, he goes straight into, sometimes I get lonely and I need someone to hold me. Wow. To re-emphasize, loneliness it's not necessarily a bad thing. It gives you an opportunity to really introspect and reflect. But to be a superstar that is also aware of this, and to actually put into a song called Star Life. It's advice. It's a PSA. It's a public service announcement that yes, the Star Life comes with its highs, it comes with its lows, it comes with pleasure, it comes with vacation cruises. Every day he's meeting new people, but still he's feeling lonely and he needs someone to hold him. And it goes, for this life, see nothing they ever complete. That's the lyrics on the page. Nothing they ever complete. So there's always opportunity to improve. There's always an opportunity to keep on going, to keep on pushing yourself. There isn't an end, essentially. Star Life has its lows and also the highest it can be. Then we go back to the actual chorus.
Yeah, look at my life. Did it with for the Star Life, but I weak with the sound like. Big criminal Star Life. I could do whatever I like. Energy of the Star Life. Bend it on a fire like. Outside with the guy like.
Look at the life. He didn't wish for the Star Life, but he's living it. You know, he's bought a whip with it sound like. He's big pimping that Star Life. He can do whatever he likes, and that's the energy of that Star Life. He can bend it on the pipe like, and he's outside with the guys like. So he's obviously rhyming life with like, and life with like, and life and like. So like your life, like your life, like your life. Whatever your life is, just like it. That's the first start. Just like the life you're living. Whatever it may be, you may not be happy with it, but like it first. And then from the liking, you then begin to appreciate that you have life. And from that appreciation of life, you can then start taking steps to make it what you want it to be. But he's giving you a version of his Star Life, a version of his Star Life that he's trying to raise awareness on. He's re-emphasizing it. And for me, it's just the sometimes I get lonely part. It's poignant. And I'm confident that there's a lot of us that can relate to that part. That loneliness, regardless of how many people you feel, regardless of how many times you're outside, be outside. The amount of times that you're bunting, them ones there. When you're alone in the shower, when you're alone at night in bed, when you're just alone, are you content? Are you happy with your life?
Yes, sometimes I get lonely, and I need someone to hold me. For these lights, nothing they ever come. Starlight get me low, but the eyes that he can be.
And that's it. Star Life by Blaqbonez. Very, very melodic song. It bangs, I can't lie. It's my favorite Blaqbonez songs at the moment. It's got quite a few, but for me, this is not just about the beat, the melody, the vibe and the energy of the song. It's the message in the song. Talking about the perception of what a star life is, and being very direct, under no illusions as to what to expect when you have this star life. At least he gives you his version of the star life that he's been living. And to re-emphasize, it might just be a way of advising people. It's just a lesson in that if you do attain it, there's some common pitfalls that you can avoid. If you do attain it, there's some things you can do to protect yourself. Talking about taking you away from the ones that need you. Maybe you can make a conscious effort to always prioritize family as and when it's necessary. You can make a conscious effort to avoid the temptations that comes with the star life. But he's very aware and in tune, and he makes it clear that it comes with the highs and the lows, and that's the duality of life. He talks about everyday new people, but still he gets lonely. And he needs someone to hold me. So human interaction, human contact, genuine human interaction, human contact can be what is lacking when you're in that star life, because you're always second guessing, always thinking, are these people interacting with me? Are these people for me? Are they here for me? Or is it because of what they can get from me? But yeah, Star Life, a mental breakdown by a podcast called At the Same. And we're going to end like this. The message, the actual message, I believe, of the whole song is,
for these lights, nothing they ever come.